Hey guys, what's up? I was gonna start this next game once I got into the game, but then I noticed this. I think this is gonna be the next champion, Nami. When Nami's abilities hit allied champion, they gain movement speed for short duration, launches a giant bubble into the air when it lands that encases all targets hit into the bubble for a short duration, unleashes a stream of water that alternates between allied and enemy champions, healing and dealing enemies to damage. Or healing allies and dealing damage to enemies. Tidecaller's Blessing empowers a champion for a short duration. Oh, man, that's gone. I wonder if I can see her in the store. Man, I'm gonna have to check that out too. Oh, there's so much new stuff. I'm glad I came on here today. But, I don't know what that was about, because she didn't have a picture or anything. There's no videos. So I wonder... One sec, sorry. What? Do you want to video? Sorry about that. That was my mom. She was annoyingly knocking on my door for the past couple of minutes, and I thought she'd kind of get the hint that that I was recording something, but I guess not. So I will show a video of Elise, Elise, pun. Not really, because there's no leashes anymore. So I will show you guys what kind of taking down blue buff's going to be like. This, of course, is just against bots. As I do want to show, I want to focus on items. I'm not really doing this to, show you guys Elise or anything like that. I'm just doing this largely for changes to show you guys. Champion, Nami. Nami the Tidecaller. Nami. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. I don't know what's that all about. So, I guess I'll be taking this. It feels really weird now, like I don't know what to, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go through these, where is this all items? Give me all items. So I'm gonna take the Hunter's Machete, and I'm gonna take a bunch of pots.
My true beauty is beneath the skin. There's nothing to fear.
And I wonder...
All make sacrifices.
So these haven't changed at all. Which I wondered, like, is it a bit narrower? I feel like that's, I feel like it's more narrow now. And this bush isn't so far extending. Yeah, that's definitely different. So I feel... Oh, yeah, she's saying come back. Sorry about that. And now I'm also wondering, because these hit pets now, so I wonder if he'll attack my spiderlings. Yeah, I knew it. That's sick. Poor sacrificial spiders. But, wow, that's really gonna make her a strong jungler in this new season. At least at the start, because that took about 4 or 5 hits for him there. Which you can quickly go and grab. So you do that, and then switch back, and then you've got your spiders back, just like that. So that's gonna make her really strong. I really like that. And so now if you think about it... Ooh, against the bots, eh?
An enemy has been slain.
He's just going crazy.
An enemy
So this
has
is
been
essentially, like, each spider now is essentially going to be like a Doran's blade. If you guys saw my previous video, check it out because I'm gonna have a link where I went through some of these items already. I already went through some of these items and I explained some general stuff. So if you're watching this, this is a part of 3 videos. The first one I go over through some items and these interface changes. The second video is the mastery and the new spell. Yeah, so the mastery changes and the new spell, and then this video is just kind of finishing off, and I wanted to show you kind of what it's like to leash now, and I wanted to pick a leash just to check that out. So now I'm going to go through and finish these items. So where did I leave off? Because I started to rush a little bit, but oh, and Melody's more expensive now. But rightly so, because it does 10% of your ability power as bonus magic damage. Which is a lot. That's a heck of a lot. That's, like, this could be even a staple on her now. Because your basic attacks deal 15 plus 10%, which could roughly translate later on down to 300, 400, so I guess not too much, so it'd be like an extra 3 or 4 damage per hit, but that's almost 20 extra damage a strike. Last Whisper, you ignore 35% of your opponent's armor, and armor penetration allows you to deal more physical damage to higher armored targets. Percent armor penetration is applied before flat armor penetration when calculating damage. So this is very important to note, and it was a big change that they were talking about. Spirit's Visage, increase your healing regeneration drain effects on yourself. Drain effects on yourself? So maybe if you're, like, draining life from someone, like for someone like Vlad. And the name just changed on this, but it's largely the same piece. Except now it applies that, but I already went over that. So Atmos Impaler is the same. Tiamat, melee only. Oh, really? It's actually restricted. So this is a new item, which is the whole cleaving, the cleaving thing that I was referring to previously. So 50 attack damage and 15 health regen. And this is largely for the single target damage dealers, like I was talking about. So your attacks deal up to 60% of your attack damage to units around your target, decaying down to 20% near the edge. And then it's got the active deals 100% and 60% near the edge, and it's only a 10-second cooldown, so it's not like it's long by any means. But you can see that there's a lot of active moves, and that's really going to change with the new utility tree, which you can check out in the video that I just did. Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. Spirit of the Elder Lizard. So I went over these. Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Oh, so it gives you tenacity. So 500 health, 30 armor, 15 health regen. That's cool. 14 health regen, I guess, sorry. 7 mana regen per 5 seconds. Damage dealt to monsters increased by 20%, and 35% tenacity. So this is going to be a good piece on junglers. Like for any kind of like magic using jungler, this is going to be a really good defensive piece that you can build really quick. Yeah, this is going to be a really good piece. I'm excited for this. So Zeke's Herald is the same, I think. Pretty sure. Nashor's Tooth is slightly different now. It's got, did that have the CDR before? I'm not sure. I know it definitely didn't have the, no, it didn't have the CDR. So 20% cooldown reduction and 10% mana Sorry, not 10% mana, and 10 mana per 5 seconds. So that's really cool. Static Shiv, 40% attack speed, 20% critical strike chance, and 6% movement speed, and a unique passive, moving and attacking builds static charges. At 100 charges, your next attack expends the charge to deal 100 magic damage up to 4 targets. So this is largely like Ionic Spark, but oh, and this damage can critically strike. That's cool. But 100 charges, moving and attacking builds static charges? So I don't know how that works with the moving. Must be like an internal kind of cooldown. Banshee's Veil, largely the same. I think, if anything, I think it is the little bit different in the numbers, but nothing huge. Sunfire, Cape, is the same. Ginzo's Rage Blade, your basic attacks deal, so 30 attack damage, 40 ability power. Your basic attacks or spell cast grants you 4% attack speed and 4 ability power for 8 seconds. This bonus stacks up to 8 times. And I think that is largely the same. A little bit of change on the ability power stacks, I think. Guardian Angel is the same. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's entirely the same. Abyssal Scepter, the same. Warmogs. Oh. So Warmogs is nerfed.
An enemy has been slain.
So price drop, but huge nerf. You don't get more health now. Yeah, so it's a little bit more base health, but way less initial health.
Your team has
Huh.
destroyed a turret.
I didn't know that either. That's crazy. So these are new for both of us, or not all of it, but some of it for sure. Archangel's Staff,
An enemy has been
and I gotta make sure that I move because I didn't last time and it ended up kicking me out, and that would be annoying, I'm sure, to watch. So so I'm gonna go there and just click back out here. Okay, so yeah, these are a lot of items to go through, but I don't know, I think it'd be good. Like, this is going to give you, if you watch all these videos, you're basically going to know everything that's coming in Season 3 in terms of item changes and everything. So, so Archangel's Staff, this is the same, gain ability power equal to 3% of your maximum mana. I feel like that's different, though. That's definitely different, for sure. Yeah. Oh, whoa, why are you moving around there? Passive, each time you cast a spell, so that's the same. Yeah, that's, or that's, yeah, that part, passive is the same, but this gaining ability power equal to 3% of your maximum mana is different, right? I don't remember that being there before. Yomu's Ghostblade is the same. Renan's Hurricane. Oh, yeah, this one. So your basic attacks fire 2 minor bolts. These apply on-hit effects. I'm really thinking that's going to get nerfed. Because if that applies on-hit effects of other items, if someone picks up a Trinity Force, like an AD carry, GG. That's going to be really overpowered. Because that's going to be a permanent slow. And for a couple people, that's going to be a permanent slow for 2. So that basically support and other opposing AD carry nullified in terms of, like, you'd be able to kite them all day. Dealing 10 plus 50% of your attack damage, that seems crazy. I really feel like that's, if that's working out the way I'm thinking, that's going to get nerfed. It's gotta. It doesn't have to, but that's a really strong weapon. I suppose it is like an almost end-game weapon, but if people butt rush that, which would make sense, that's gonna be like, that's gonna be so crazy. Athene's Unholy Grail restores 12% of your maximum mana on a kill or assist. That's cool. And new increases your mana regen. Yeah, so that's the same. But this unique passive of restoring 12% of your max mana on a kill or assist is very nice. Valor, yeah, so this is the same thing for Rod of Ages. Yeah, it's the same. Phantom Dancer, the same. The movement speed's a little bit nerfed. Oh, but that's really cool. I don't think that was there before. I don't think that was there before. Your champion ignores unit collision now with Phantom Dancer. I feel like that wasn't there. The Ohm Wrecker. So 350 health, 300 mana, 55 armor. Prevents the closest enemy tower from attacking for 2.5 seconds and 120-second cooldown. This effect cannot be used against the same tower more than once every 7.5 seconds. Well, no shit, it's got a 120-second cooldown. Can't be used on any tower in 7.5 seconds. But that's cool. So for a tank, I guess, tower diving, so a tanky piece there. Zephyr. 20 attack damage, 50% attack speed, 10% movement speed, 10% CDR, and has tenacity. So they're trying to put tenacity in a lot of other items so that mercury treads aren't the staple they sometimes are now. I get them sometimes just for the tenacity. Riley's Crystal Scepter is the same. Dealing spell damage slows the target's movement speed. Now I wonder if that's considered an on-hit effect, because that means that APs could now benefit from Renan. Oh no, that's because 50% of your attack damage. So they're limiting it strictly to them, to ADs. Blade of the Ruined King, 40 attack damage and 10% lifesteal. Unique passive. Your attacks deal 4% of the target's current health and physical damage and heal you for half the amount. That's going to be really strong. And then a unique active drains target champion, dealing 150 physical damage plus 50% of your attack damage and healing you by the same amount. Additionally, you steal 30% of their movement speed for 2 seconds on a 60-second cooldown. And that is really cool as well. I think this is going to be an item you're going to see a lot. And I think is that replacing? No, Bloodthirster's still there.
Legendary.
Leandre's Torment. So now Spirit Visage actually built into something which I think was necessary, because this was a bit of an early game piece for some people. So 70 ability power, 200 health, plus 15 magic pen. Dealing spell damage burns enemies for 5% of their current health as magic damage over 3 seconds. That's a lot. If their movement is impaired, they take double damage from this effect? Wow. So this is going to get paired up with Riley's Crystal Scepter by the looks of it. Because that's effing crazy. Whew. That's really nuts. What?
Legendary.
Like, if you pair those up, because that's anytime dealing spell damage, that's going to be crazy. So there's a stack right there. Black Cleaver is largely the same, except the CDR, I think. I'm going to turn that blue. That was close. So I'm going to get rid of the announcer volume. Yeah, legendary. Shut up. I should have done that sooner. Sorry if you couldn't hear me too well through when she was saying that. Yeah, I'm much quieter now. Lichbane, Spellblade. After casting a spell, your next basic attack deals bonus magic damage equal to 50 plus 75% of your ability power on a 2-second cooldown. So that's the new difference to Lichbane, and that's way better. Deathfire Grass deals 15% of the target's maximum health in magic damage, then amplifies all magic damage they take by 20% for 4 seconds. That's sick. So all those people that were hating that, but I suppose Cage's Lucky Pick doesn't build into this anymore, so that totally switches up the build. But so Deathfire Grass doesn't suck anymore. Yeah, that's awesome. Zanya is the same. Frozen Heart is the same, except the armor is a bit nerfed, and I think so is the mana. So got a bit of a nerf in armor and mana, but attack speed's the same. Or the CDR is the same, and the reduction to attack speed is the same. Randuin's is the same, except now it's a passive to, if you are hit by a basic attack, you slow your attacker's speed by 20% and their movement speed by 10%. So that's kind of the active combined into the passive, because the passive used to just be slow. Unique active slows the movement speed of nearby enemy champions for 35% for 2 seconds plus 1. So this is only a slow. So now the old active is built into the new passive. And if you are hit, so it's guaranteed, if you're hit by a basic attack, you slow their attack speed by 20%. So if you get that and Frozen Heart, that's crazy. That's such a huge nerf. So bye-bye AD carry, I guess. Rabadon's Death Cap increases ability power by 25% now, and has 120 ability power, so that got a bit of a nerf. Malmortis. Gain 1 attack damage for every 2.5% health missing. Is that a change? I'm not sure. But, yeah, this is largely the same. Runic Bulwark. Oh, so Aegis of the Legion builds into this now. 400 health, 20 armor, and 30 magic resist. And the unique aura nearby allies gain 10 armor, 30 magic resist, and 10 health regen per 5 seconds. That's really cool, because Aegis of the Legion was a huge support piece, and now isn't totally crap in game, and you could even get this earlier if you wanted to. That's really awesome. It gives a shit ton of magic resist. Frozen Mallet is the same. Bloodthirster, 70 attack damage, 12% lifesteal, gain 1 stack per kill, up to a maximum of 30 stacks. Each stack grants 1 attack damage and 0.2 lifesteal, so 30 attack damage and 6% lifesteal. Half's lost if you're killed. Frozen Fist, another new item that comes out of Glacial Shroud and Sheen. 40 ability power, 500 mana, 60 armor, and 15% CDR, so this is for AP tanks by the looks of it. And after using an ability, your next basic attack deals bonus physical damage equal to 125% of your base attack damage to surrounding enemies, and creates a field for 3 seconds. That's kind of weird. Why is it off attack damage? I don't know. I feel like that should be off ability power. I feel like that's a... After using an ability, your next basic attack deals bonus physical damage. So that's for Sheen. Which is, I mean, that was the same as before, but... Yeah, I don't know. Like, why would that give you ability power then? I guess to make your abilities stronger? No, that doesn't, because some people's abilities are just attack damage still. That's weird. But anyways, yeah, and creates a field for 3 seconds that slows enemies inside by 35% for 2 seconds. Oh, and that's only on a 2-second cooldown. So that's cool, but a weird piece. A lot of weird stats on, or I guess just the spell blade thing seems kind of weird. That it's an attack damage boost, but it's an ability power piece. So that's kind of weird. Hextech Gunblade deals 150 plus 40% of your ability power as magic damage and slows champions. Slows champions by 40% for 2 seconds, 60-second cooldown. That's the active. Your basic attacks and single target spells against champions reduce the cooldown of this item by 3 seconds Wow. That makes that really strong now. That's going to be sick on Jax. They were talking about how, like, Jax is going to be crazy. And this is, like, perfect timing, I think. So I'm going to... Mercurial Scimitar, because I think they're about to blow this up. So Ravenous Hydra. Oh, I wonder if I could say, wait! So hopefully they'll stop. Go back, guys. Nice. Oh, nice. They let me finish. Oh, that was really nice of them, because they could have just been jerks and finished that and been like, ha 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 ha, ruined your video, because I would have hated to make another video for, like, a couple items. So I'll just say, I'll tell you when I'm done. Will be really fast. Thanks. Explaining new items to people on YouTube. Hexagon Blade, so Ravenous Hydra. So this is just like Tiamat, but better and has lifesteal. And the lifesteal affects the crescent and cleave of this item. So you're going to get a ton of attack, or a ton of lifesteal from this item. And I did talk about this in a previous video. And I want to be kind of quick because I feel like this one of these dudes might kind of just be a jerk. But if they're not, then they aren't. Infinity Edge. Does that get a boost? Your critical strike now deals 250% damage instead of 200. No, so I don't think that's much of a boost. And 70 attack damage. And Mercurial Scimitar removes all debuffs from your champion and grants 100% movement speed for 1 second on a 90-second cooldown. So that was the video. They ended it right there. And I think it could have even just been the minions that ended it. But that was it. That was all the new items. I don't think Trinity Force was really changed because none of the preceding items were really changed. Did anyone get Trinity Force? Oh, he did. So I'm going to minimize this. 200 health, 200 mana, 8% movement speed, Spell Blade, yeah, so Trinity Force is the same, that worked out pretty sweet. Except the crit and the movement speed, so they nerfed movement speed a little bit. But yeah, other than that, oh, last thing, is this new champion here? I think I saw her. Or like, I saw some chick that I've never heard of called Nina. Or Nami. So there she is. I don't even know if you can buy her. So that's the next champion right there. I don't even know if that's even out yet. I mean, they'll be announcing it soon. But there you go, guys. So you get a little bit of a sneak peek on what's coming up. So it's going to be a ranged support. And she looks pretty cool, actually. So I'll go over the moves slowly here. When Nami's ability hit allied champions, they gain movement speed for a short duration. Launches a giant bubble into the air. When it lands, that encases all targets hit into the bubble for a short duration. So so it's a trap. It's called Aqua Prison. Ebb and Flow unleashes a stream of water that alternates between allied and enemy champions, healing allies and dealing damage to enemies. Tidecaller's Blessing empowers a champion for a short duration, causing their attacks to deal bonus damage and slow their target. That's going to be sick. That's going to be really awesome. That's really going to be so crazy on ranged AD carries. Wow. This chick is feeling good. She's going to be an amazing support. And tidal waves. Summon a massive tidal wave that moves across an area, knocking out targets briefly and massively slowing them. Cool. So a huge CC followed by a huge slow. So no picture. Who knows what she looks like yet. But yeah, I'm going to compile all these videos together. So there is a first that explains all the previous items and the basic interface changes. There's going to be the second one that I did that goes over the new barrier spell and talks about all the new masteries. And then the third one, which is this one. So I'll hook all those up and you guys can check them all out. And I hope you liked them. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate everyone's help thus far. I've gotten a lot of views for the past maybe month and a half that I've been doing videos, and I really appreciate that support from you guys. It helps a lot, and it makes doing this really fun. Like, I enjoy it, and it's nice. I'm getting some good feedback, and I'm going to be getting a new computer, so and I'm doing that largely just for quality improvements. Yeah, so help me out, guys. I would really appreciate that a lot. So I will see you guys next time, and I'm going to be doing a Jungle Shaco video soon when I get the chance here. So I hope you like that, and I will see you guys next time.